Growing up with Power Rangers Dino Thunder meant growing up with hyperfixations. I feel like I focused so much on little tiny things that a lot of people wouldn't have thought twice about, and because of that, it gave me a laundry list of things to yap about.
Where's your pride? I will not sit here and let them get away with this!
From the morphers to the visuals, I wanted to talk about the little intricate details of this show's visuals that you might not have known about or caught before. And you may be asking yourself, Hedge, didn't you already make this video in like 2024 or 2023, whatever? I don't know. And the answer is yes, but see, but I wasn't funny back then.
Okay, get in. Are you crazy or not?
This serves as the final video as part of the Dino Thunder Retrospective and the cap to my love letter for the series. And just let me have this.
This is one episode of one TV show, and not even the whole episode.
Dino Thunder, as nearly every season of Power Rangers did, used the Japanese toy release of the morpher from Bakuryu Sentai Aba Ranger as the main prop for the show. That original version prompted the user to cock the mouth open before initiating the morph call and pressing the red button to activate. Thus being the case, they'd follow suit in Dino Thunder while adding some indication to the action.
Ready?
Ready.
When the mouth would be pulled open, you'd hear a quick soundbite to accentuate this.
I kinda like it. You would.
Now, this soundbite served more purposes than what was just relayed. It highlighted the importance of that action being needed for the morph, as the camera often wouldn't pick up on what was happening, being that we'd be facing the Rangers head on more often than not, as well as the morph starting by showing the mouth open on the morpher already. The soundbite also eventually became used as a cue to start the morph theme music, as Dino Thunder's morph theme had a rhythm to it that seldom ever went off sync from itself.
Ready.
Ready.
Dino Thunder, power up! Ready.
Ready.
Dino Thunder, power up! Let's do it! Dino Thunder, power up!
The soundbite was first heard in the opening two-parter, Day of the Dino.
Ready. Ready. Dino Thunder, power up!
Would be absent all the way through Tommy becoming the Black Ranger.
Ready.
Dino Thunder, power up! Ready.
Ready.
Dino Thunder, ready.
Ready.
I will not sit here and let them get away with this.
And wouldn't return until after, where it became a vital part of the morphing sequence. Now, I personally found it hilarious because with how integral it was to getting the morph right, cocking the mouth open and having it stay open was the one and only thing the American version of the toy couldn't do.
Why on earth are you sitting here wasting my time?
Boy, as a child, I was mad for years. The Dino Thunder morph is also very, very flashy. Power Rangers started having the actors wear these full body getups that would be edited in post. That way the stock morph would fit no matter the clothes that were worn earlier. The Dino Thunder emblem appears on their chest and they backflip through the air, each flipping and landing in a different pose, something I always appreciated Power Rangers for. Even something as simple as movement, even if it's generally the same thing happening for each Ranger, they're all made to feel unique to themselves. They each land in a pose that in a way resembles their specific Dinozords. Ethan mimicking the horns and stature of the Tricerazord, Kira positioning her legs and arms as the body and wingspan of the Pterazord, Connor doing whatever this is. I mean, I guess you could say it's the head and tail of the Tyrannosaur. You could say that.
Why not?
But do you even really believe it? Because I don't. If anything, it's more so referencing the crouching motion of Aba Red's Sentai pose, which, speaking of which, the end of the morph continues a staple of the Disney era, that being the Sentai pose ending things off. Every Ranger from Super Sentai has their own signature pose that carries along with them no matter where they go. When Power Rangers did their adaptations, those original poses still made their way through and often got tweaked to either be faster and snappier or replaced entirely. Dino Thunder mostly opts to add its own flair and extra movements while keeping the essence intact. When Disney included those poses at the end of the morph, the Rangers would be positioned in front of their Dinozords, and I always thought that was the coolest thing on the planet. Anytime the production team had access to the Zord models was such a treat, and you could see them in original footage almost anytime there'd be a transition. It's so neat. It also made me happy hearing them cry. Every Zord and Dino Thunder had its own specific cry that would remain consistent throughout the entire show. It's kind of like Pokemon. You'd hear it anytime the Zord appears, anytime the morpher materializes.
And you shall bear the wrath of the Yellow Ranger.
and especially whenever a ranger carries out a certain action or move.
Super Dino Mode! Yeah! Terra Power!
What's crazy is that this didn't stop with this season. Whenever Dino Thunder would be brought back in a special for another show, those cries would also return. They never forgot.
Show up some girl power! Ha! Ha! Hey, yeah! Yeah! Ha!
Moving on from the core team, we of course have Tommy, the GOAT.
That pop garbage.
His morph features the same structure as his students, with his landing pose referencing the grounded nature and neck of the Brachiozord. His morph pose being so intense that they have to zoom in mighty hard on him not to catch JDF missing the key to his morpher full on.
Dino Thunder, power up! Garbage.
And Trent, my boy Trent, they didn't know what to do with this boy's morph after he turned good.
I got no problem with that.
First of all, I'm actually ashamed at how long it took me to realize that his belt buckle is meant to be the Dragozord, what with the crack in the middle and the claws clutching it, or those could be the red lights and stuff that surrounded the egg initially. I mean, I don't know. But the most obvious clue being that once the morph starts, you literally see the egg crack open with Trent appearing inside. That's mega dope, dude. He spins through the air, landing in a pose that, like Kira, accentuates the wingspan of his Zord, with his pose being heavily modified from the original in Japan. Now looking as though he's about to take off into the sky, something I much prefer. Now, with the White Ranger transitioning to the good side earlier on than he did in Aba Ranger, this meant that Trent would need his morph to slot in with the rest of the team. Problem was, it didn't.
I got no problem with that. I will. Connor!
I assume because his design is so fundamentally different than everyone else's, the production team decided to give him an entirely different morph call to reflect that. So instead of Dino Thunder Power Up, it's White Ranger Dino Power.
White Ranger, Dino Power.
I mean, sure, he's technically not part of Dino Thunder. Tommy and Haley created the name and powers for I'm getting really nerdy and okay, here we go. Tommy and Haley created the name and powers for Dino Thunder, the 3 core morphers, and even Tommy's after they found the Black Dino Gem. They did discover the White Dino Gem, but Elsa got to it first. In reality, Mesogog's crew served as the creators of the Drago Morpher and Awakening Drago, with Trent being the one to don those powers by accident. So with that in mind, it makes sense why Trent doesn't spout Dino Thunder Power Up like everyone else. But what ends up happening now is the show ditches the soundbite of opening up the Morpher to allow Trent time to say his own morph call, and it throws the entire sequence into a new rhythm.
Ready! Dino Thunder, power up! White Ranger, Dino Power!
Dino Thunder! Power up! Ha!
White Ranger, Dino Power!
It's a little weird because at one point they had the main Rangers morph fully, and then the camera cut to Trent to do his after, and I just imagine the other Rangers were standing looking at him like, bro, you could have just done it with us. like, why did you?
Glad it worked. Good call, Connor.
What are you talking about, bro? What's he talking about?
And what makes it worse is there are times where Trent does morph with the full team at the same time and does say Dino Thunder Power Up, but the production never gave him any clear direction on how to pose or what to say during it.
Dino Thunder, power up!
Say that again. Yeah. Say that again.
So anytime it happens, look at Trent and see what he's doing because it is so unfortunate.
Ready? Dino Thunder, power up! Dino Thunder, power up! Do something else! Do something else!
There is so much to love about the attention to detail that Dino Thunder threw around. Like, did you know that when the emblem appears on their chest during the morph, and even when the helmet materializes, there's a blink and you miss it pattern that pops onto the screen that was used not only on different parts of the dinosaurs, but also all across the branding for the show. When Trent joined the team,
You have been promoted. You are now one of my elite employees.
the show would start adding a triumphant horn to the morph theme on special occasions, and it was beautiful.
Dino Power! Ha! White Ranger, Dino Power!
Sometimes they'd even, and this was absolutely just a mistake, but sometimes they'd accidentally use the Triassic emblem instead of the ordinary Dino Thunder emblem when the Morpher appears or when Super Dino mode would come out, and I just thought that was funny. Look, this series has followed me for 20 plus years. I love Dino Thunder to death. There's so much love to give from me to this show. I cannot thank this show enough for making me the person that I am today. I would not be here right now talking about this without this show. Dino Thunder is such an amazing amazing series from the Disney era of Power Rangers, and it's something that I will never forget. I'm gonna keep it as long as I live. And who knows, maybe I'll keep making Dino Thunder videos. I'm sure there's a lot more stuff I can talk about. But for now, as corny as I ended it off in the last one, victory is ours forevermore.
Dino Rangers! This is it!
To my Patreon folks, I once again cannot express enough how grateful I am to all of you. Alicia, Amanda, Austin, Autistic Disney, Chaco, D Cool, Emilia, Ian, Daniel, Jake, Luke, Manny, Matt, the other Matt, Matt Hanna, Matt Johnson, Prima Donna, some random dude. All of you are amazing. It might say Ian twice on the slider this time. I don't know what's going on with that. I'll have to fix that. But anyways, again, I thank you guys so much for helping to keep the channel alive, help to keep the channel running, and you're just amazing. I thank you for your support all the time and always, and thank you all in general just for watching this video. And as always, I'll see you guys again at the next stop. See you.